So, folks, tonight, after I finished my supper, I said, let me go and listen to what Matt was saying today, because, people like me, we do not have the luxury to be listening to talk shows like that during the course of the day. We are busy professionals. So I said, I'm now on my free time, my time. Let me listen to see what was going on, especially on the Talk on the Block. And the conversation has to do with, again, this topic which pops up from time to time, the leadership of the UWP. UWP, the United Workers' Party, a party founded by men like Mr. Edison Chenfield James, the late Julius Timothy, Ron Green, Norris Prevost, Norris Charles, maybe Luke Prevost, and the likes, and other people, Garnet Didier, and whatnot. And from the onset, there was Mr. Edison Chenfield James, a dynamic leader. I think a leader that was not given a fair chance in Dominica. I mean, he could have probably been given a second term, and then we will judge from here. I think one term is really never sufficient to really tell what government or regime can do, unless if they actually just doing bad and you just have to take them out. So back to the topic. So the contention comes up again, leadership, because the UWP allows for the challenging of leadership annually, which we may argue have merit and demerit. This can be destabilizing, but they say democracy must reign. But I have a few questions I would really like to ask. The members of the United Workers' Party, the founding members, to include Mr. James, Mr. Prevost, and then you have also Mr. Linton and others. Can you guys say without a shadow of a doubt, and I'm speaking to your consciences at this time, that you have given Dr. Thompson Fontaine 100% support and agree that, hey, this is the leader now, this is the leader that we are rallying behind? Because sometimes the way I hear, for example, Brian goes off, even my partner, Soul Puss, I ask, but are there two factions of the United Workers' Party? So that's the first question. Have you guys, in your true conscience and in all honesty, can you say, if your life depended on it, that you have given Dr. Thompson Fontaine 100% support? Dr. Fontaine has served as the leader for about 4 years or so, maybe 2 or 2.5. He operated in South Sudan, and this became very contentious. He agreed to come down and serve as the leader in person, not remotely. Then I have the next question. Dr. Fontaine, cool guy. As I said, that's a man I remember clearly when I would come to see my dad, Michael Murphy, the chief statistician. I remember him in the statistician office, and he was always a fella that my father spoke highly of. And he went on to do his PhD and whatnot. But Dr. Thompson, can you say that you have been able to really solidify and keep the United Workers' Party going as a force to be reckoned with, appealing to the youths, appealing to possible disgruntled labor rights, freedom rights if they exist? Can you say that you have commanded the respect and admiration of not just your base, but Dominicans on a whole, and they would see you as an alternative, a leader for the country, potential prime minister. If not, what sort of challenges would you have faced? Were you plagued with constant infighting? Is that the case? Is that what has kept you back, where you're not feeling so comfortable, that you're not feeling that you're part of a team? What is really going on? Because I'll tell you, if you want to succeed, any leader that is elected, from the get-go, once the dust is settled and the leader is selected, so for example, if there is a delegates conference and Naryn Murphy emerges as the leader, everybody must support me. There must not be no faction. Absolutely unacceptable. There should be one message in unison, harmony, and this is the leader, this is how we're moving forward. I mean, if I fail, then I have to agree that I may be challenged and there's a possibility I may be replaced. But has the United Workers' Party given Dr. Thompson Fontaine this unquestionable support that he truly deserves? I would really, really like the people in the United Workers' Party to answer that question honestly. If you ask me what I think, I don't get the impression, based on the utterances even from people like Brian and my buddy Soul Post, Calypsonian, sometimes I say, but are these two different parties? I personally don't think there has been that level of support for the leader that he should have gotten. It would make more sense for me if he had gotten that full support, the full vibes from the party, from all nook and cranny. And if he slip up, he slip up. But I get the sense that there is still, factions. And that is not going to serve well for your party, guys. It's just going to divide the party and not unite the party, as your name suggests, United Workers. So here is a delegates conference coming up, and you're hearing of challenges. Should the leadership position be challenged every year? Does this make sense? Who is really going to be the leader of the UWP? I know Dr. Thompson Fontaine is going to go forward. I'm hearing of other individuals who may leave the altar and come and make themselves available. I'm hearing of this. I'm not too sure if Senator Delbert will be challenging this time around. A young man also with a lot of potential. So there's a lot to await as it relates to the UWP. But the lack of full support and rallying behind the selected leader, I think, has reduced the party's chances. And until that is decided, whoever the leader is, to get full support from all angles, unless you guys decide to do that, 5 more years, 5 more years, 25 and 5 is 30. It's as simple as that. Select a leader, support the leader, rally behind the leader. That is the leader. People can say what they want, they can beat their chest. This is our leader. This is the person we are supporting fully. And after this delegates conference, I think they should put a stay on further leadership contests until the next election. Suspend that part of the constitution because to me it's like it doesn't make much sense to be going through that every year. Every year, I think at least the leader should have 2 or 3 year stint as the leader. It don't have to be 5 years, because I mean, if they put you there and it is until when an election is called, you may really run the party into a real suicide, almost like what happened in St. Vincent and St. Lucia. But when the leader is selected, everybody must bring that leader up. It's not supposed to have nothing else. Sliced bread cannot come in the leader's shoes. And until such time, we will have those type of rule going on. So I'm going to finish listening to Talk on the Block. But 2 cents. Hipney Kappa.